that he did something to have Sam killed? Because Sam had received a phone call that brought him to that motel with the girl.
He was young, rich, and the voice of a whole generation. But one night in 1964, Sam Cooke ended up dead in a cheap motel. The official story never made sense. Now, 60 years later, his family is speaking out, and what they reveal changes everything you thought you knew. Sam Cooke wasn't just a singer. He was a revolution with a microphone. Born in 1931 in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and raised in Chicago, Sam grew up in a world full of gospel music and Sunday choirs. But even then, people knew his voice wasn't ordinary. It had soul, depth, and something extra that no one could explain. He joined the gospel group Soul Stirrers when he was just a teenager. That was his first big break. He made gospel feel personal and emotional. Fans weren't just clapping, they were crying. But Sam had bigger plans. He wasn't going to stay boxed in. In 1957, he made a bold move. He switched to pop. A lot of people didn't like that, but Sam didn't care. Then came You Send Me. The song blew up. It hit #1 on the charts and stayed there. From that point on, Sam was everywhere, hit after hit. Chain Gang, Twistin' the Night Away, Wonderful World. His voice was smooth, rich, and full of hope. No one sounded like Sam Cooke. He didn't just sing songs, he made people feel something deep. He also changed the business side of music. Most artists had no control over their money or their songs, but Sam was different. He started his own label, SAR Records, and his own publishing company. He wanted full control, and he got it. That was unheard of for a black artist in the 1950s and 60s. But it wasn't just about money. Sam believed in change. He saw what was happening in America: segregation, racism, violence, and he spoke up. His song, A Change Is Gonna Come, wasn't just music, it was a message, and it hit hard. Released after his death, it became one of the most powerful songs of the civil rights era. Sam Cooke's death shocked the world. He was young, successful, and at the top of his game, but on the night of December 11, 1964, everything changed. He was shot and killed at the Hacienda Motel in Los Angeles. The story that followed didn't sit right with many people.
She said Sam came to her door with only a jacket on, and she claimed she didn't know who he was, which is a stone-ass lie. Everybody knew Sam, especially that side of town.
That night, Sam had been out with a woman named Elisa Boyer. The two ended up at the Hacienda Motel. According to Boyer, Sam tried to force himself on her. She said she managed to escape while he was in the bathroom. In her panic, she claimed she grabbed most of his clothes by mistake and ran off. She later called the police from a phone booth. Meanwhile, a half-dressed and angry Sam Cooke showed up at the motel office. Bertha Franklin, the manager, said Sam burst in yelling, looking for the woman. She claimed he attacked her, so she grabbed a gun and shot him. He was hit once in the chest and died on the spot. His last reported words were, "Lady, you shot me." Police believed Franklin's story. Both she and Boyer passed polygraph tests. The death was ruled justifiable homicide and the case was closed. But not everyone bought it. People close to Sam felt something was off. Etta James, a friend and famous singer, viewed Sam's body before his funeral. She said it was badly beaten, his hands were crushed, his head had injuries that didn't match Franklin's story. It didn't look like just a scuffle, it looked like a fight for his life. Also strange, Sam was reportedly carrying around $5,000, 0 cents that night. It was never found. That made some people wonder if it was a setup. Some believed Boyer and Franklin may have been working together.
Sam died a hero because he fought to the death to what he believed was right, and he wasn't going to let anyone take that from him. And that stubbornness is one of the reasons why he's not here today. He didn't play ball.
The investigation into Sam Cooke's death moved fast. On December 11, 1964, police responded to the Hacienda Motel where Cooke had been shot by Bertha Franklin. She told officers Cooke broke into her office, demanded to know where Elisa Boyer was, and attacked her. She said she shot him in self-defense. Elisa Boyer had already called the police from a phone booth. She claimed Sam had tried to assault her earlier that night and she ran off with his clothes. Both women gave statements. Both took polygraph tests. They passed. Police accepted their version. A coroner's inquest was held, but it lasted only a couple of hours. The jury ruled it a justifiable homicide. The case was closed the same day. No deeper probe, no follow-up. That's where problems began. The speed of the investigation raised eyebrows. Sam Cooke was a major public figure, yet no full forensic analysis, no second interviews, and no alternate witnesses were considered. Just 2 statements and a quick verdict. There were also missing pieces. Cooke had been seen earlier that night with a large amount of cash, but when he died, barely any money was found. That part of the story was never explained. Critics also pointed to Boyer's arrest for prostitution just weeks after the shooting. Some felt that details should have led to more questioning about her credibility, but authorities didn't pursue it. Even people close to Cooke expressed disbelief. Many felt the violent state of his body didn't match Franklin's claim of self-defense, but none of those doubts made it into any official records.
I believe that this woman at the hotel or motel who had murdered people before there always had gotten off, and this prostitute, I think that they got paid off and were in cahoots with somebody.
From the start, Sam Cooke's family didn't believe the official story. It just didn't add up. They knew him as kind, smart, and careful. The idea that he snapped and attacked someone sounded nothing like the man they knew. His sister Agnes spoke out. She said Sam wasn't a violent person. She called him a lover, not someone who would hurt a woman. And she wasn't the only one who had doubts. Etta James, a close friend and famous singer, saw Sam's body before the funeral. What she saw shook her. His hands were crushed. His head looked like it had been badly beaten. His face was bruised and broken. Etta said, "It didn't look like a single gunshot killed him. It looked like he was in a serious fight." That wasn't mentioned in the official report. His friends also questioned how quickly the case was closed. No follow-up interviews, no search for missing money. Just 2 statements, a short inquest, and then case closed. It felt rushed, like no one wanted to dig deeper. Then came the conspiracy theories.
That's where my thinking comes in, is that it was once again about money, and the record company went after him. That's my belief.
One of the biggest theories points to Alan Klein, Sam's manager. After Sam died, Klein took full control of his music catalog. That catalog was worth millions. Some believe Klein had a reason to want Sam gone. He owned the rights to all of Sam's music through his company, ABK Co. And after Sam's death, those rights stayed with Klein, not Sam's family. Another theory focuses on Sam's activism. He wasn't just a singer. He was outspoken about civil rights. He pushed for change and wanted power over his own music. That scared a lot of people. At the time, it was rare for a black artist to run their own label and publishing company. Some believe his power and influence made him a target. The mystery around Sam Cooke's death hasn't gone away. In fact, it's getting more attention than ever. New documentaries, YouTube videos, and interviews have put the spotlight back on what really happened that night in 1964. One documentary that stands out is Lady You Shot Me: Life and Death of Sam Cooke. It doesn't just tell the old story, it digs deeper. It questions everything we were told. It shows the gaps in the police report, it highlights the shady business deals, and it gives a voice to the people who always believed something was off. The title itself comes from what Sam reportedly said after being shot: "Lady, you shot me." Simple, haunting, and unforgettable. His family is still searching for answers. They've spoken out in interviews and public forums. They've said they never believed the story from day one. They want the truth, not just for them, but for the world that loved him. To them, the case was rushed and never made sense. And they're not alone in thinking that. YouTube is now filled with deep dives into Sam Cooke's death. Channels that focus on unsolved stories, music legends, or Black history are breaking it all down. They go over police documents, old footage, witness reports, and the odd behavior of people involved. Fans in the comments share their own theories. Some think it was a setup. Others say it was about money. Some even link it to the FBI or civil rights sabotage. No theory is too wild for the internet, but one thing is clear. People are still asking questions. Public interest hasn't faded. If anything, it's grown stronger. New generations are discovering Sam's music and want to know why someone with so much power, talent, and influence died in such a strange way. This isn't just about a music icon, it's about justice, it's about truth, and it's about never letting a story this big fade away without real answers. Sam Cooke may be gone, but the fight to uncover what really happened is still going strong. Sam Cooke's story still haunts the world, and the truth remains buried. If this grabbed you, don't forget to like, share, and hit that follow. There's more untold truth where this came from.